Hello and welcome back. In the earlier videos, we discussed big data. Now, let's discuss storage solutions for big data. Traditionally, the analysis of large data was done using a computer algorithm designed to produce a correct solution for any given instance. As the data started to grow, a series of computers were employed to do the analysis. A distributed system is a model in which components located on networked computers communicate and coordinate their actions by passing messages. Distributed computing is also defined as distributed systems processing of very large datasets on commodity machines forming a cluster. Distributed computing is a technique that allows individual computers to be networked together. A distributed file system is a client or server application that allows clients to access and process data stored on the server as if it were stored on their own computer. File systems that manage the storage across a network of machines are called distributed file systems. Now let's understand how a distributed system works. On the left, we have a machine with 4 I/O channels, each of 100 megabyte per second, and on the right, we have 100 machines with the same configuration. Now, let's see the challenges in this setup. The challenges distributed systems may face include system failures, which may occur because of a hardware or software issue. Limited bandwidth issues caused by high bandwidth requirements, or poor or unreliable connections, and high programming complexity. Multiple programming languages might be used in the systems, which may not be able to communicate with each other. So, what is the solution? The solution is Hadoop. Hadoop is a framework that allows distributed processing of large datasets across clusters of commodity computers using simple programming models. The framework which allows us to work on big data is Apache Hadoop. It is an open-source software framework for distributed storage and distributed processing of big data on clusters of commodity hardware. Apache Hadoop is an open-source software framework from open-source community, apache.org. Various vendor-specific distributions also exist in the market, such as the Cloudera distribution of Hadoop, Hortonworks Data Platform, IBM Big Insight, MapR, etc. Apache Hadoop, or simply known as Hadoop, allows distributed storage, horizontal scalability, distributed and parallel processing of large datasets on commodity machines, which form a cluster. Let's discuss the characteristics of Hadoop. First is scalability. Hadoop is scalable, that is, it can follow both vertical and horizontal scaling. Its flexibility allows the user to store huge data for later use. Let's discuss the characteristics of Hadoop. Hadoop is reliable. It stores copies of the data on different machines, and is resistant to hardware failure. Finally, by using ordinary computers for data processing, it can help reduce costs.